All right, just like the real world, the virtual world can pose plenty of dangers for our children. It takes constant oversight by us parents to protect our kids from being exposed to pressures and predators online. Joining me now is Lisa Honold from the Center for Online Safety. Lisa, thank you for being here.
I'm so happy to be with you.
I first contacted you because of an issue I had with my daughter. She asked for a game, and I downloaded this game, and I did not realize until she told me that it allowed you to chat with whomever you wanted to out there. Mm-hmm. That is obviously a concern. How risky is that for a child to have that open commerce to chat?
This is a question that every parent has, right? At some point, every parent says, how risky is this game or app? How do I figure this out? And if I give it to my child and then have to take it back, what are the repercussions there? Because that's a real thing too. So as far as how risky the chatting feature is, it can be incredibly risky. You're exposing your child to other kids that can bully. We know for a fact that when kids don't know each other, they tend to bully and be meaner than if they do know each other. And the other thing is, bad guys, adults who are online predator type people, they go to these sources, they go to the games that attract kids to find their victims. It is a dangerous thing to allow open chatting, whether it's typing chatting or it's voice chatting or oral chatting. It's dangerous either way.
It is, and it's really hard to track, I feel like, in some of the games. So how do we know what games and platforms are safe?
Good question. How do we know what games or platforms are safe? One way you can do is, I think what you did, which is go to the Play. What am I trying to say? The Google Play or the Play Store, right? Yeah. Go to the Play Store and look there what the rating is to see what types of risks there are and how the game is rating itself. Right. But it's a self-rating system, right? You can also go to, one of my favorite websites is commonsensemedia.org.
Yes. And
that's a place you can go to get parent reviews, expert reviews, and kid reviews. So it kind of gives you everything right there on any type of entertainment, whether it's videos, movies, games, apps, social media, any of that.
That Common Sense Media is what helped me set up the right controls under the Roblox account I let my children play without the chat feature. So how do we talk to our kids about this, about the dangers without freaking them out?
Yeah. The best thing to do is to start early. This is an ongoing conversation that starts when they're 4 or 5 and it continues till they're 16, 17, 18. It just changes along the way. Yeah. The more open we can be about, hey, this is what I need to do. I'm your parent. I need to keep you safe. When you're 8 and 9, that's what it means. These things, we're not going to chat with strangers. We're not going to have these types of games. When you're 10 and 11, you get to open the doors a little bit to freedom, but continue to have those conversations because there are so many things out there that you can't prepare for in advance. You just have to leave that door open and trust that your child's going to come back to you
and
with
communication.
Yes.
So having said all that, what about teenagers? I mean, we've seen the tragedies that have happened as a result of bullying. How do we protect them from that?
Yeah, again, communication is one way. Another way is to balance their safety and their privacy.
Okay.
So
that sounds very hard.
It is very hard, and you're going to come up with some negotiations that have to happen with your teenagers, which is totally healthy. Negotiations are healthy, and it helps them become a strong person who advocates for themselves. Yeah. But what I'm talking about is the ability to. I totally lost what I was saying. I'm so sorry, you guys.
No, you're fine. The ability to make sure that they have, I don't know, like giving you oversight. I mean, can they give you passwords and such?
They can give you passwords. Where I was headed was having a monitoring platform, having an app that helps the parents see when a kid needs help. Okay. So that is completely appropriate even as the teenage years continue, because without any supervision, kids go crazy. Just like if I'm at a stop sign and there's not a police officer there, I might roll through the stop sign sometimes, you know, if I know there's nobody there. It's the same thing with kids. If there's no supervision whatsoever, then they have a tendency to not act their best selves, to not act as they know they should.
Because they know they can push that line
They know
a little
they can
bit.
push the limit. Nobody's watching.
Nobody
one's
is watching. You know, I actually downloaded some of that software, but it's not as easy as it seems, because if you have multiple different platforms or different types of devices, it takes time. So I just encourage everyone to take their time with it, and I encourage everyone to go to the Center for Online Safety, because Lisa, you have so much information online that is so helpful. Thank you so much for your time.
So glad to be here. Thank you.